Yes, sir. Ambassador Plays back in the building. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not just well, but swell. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Look out, today we're going to be going over some random rec gameplay and specifically highlighting the power of garbage teammates in the random rec. Now, you know, I feel like I'm a kind guy, man. Not necessarily nice, because sometimes niceness can be taken for granted as weakness, but kind. You know, I choose to try to choose to see the best in everybody. And, you know, you want to take that same approach when you're playing games. At least for me, I say all this to say I genuinely struggle to believe that these people on the rec are this garbage. I don't think that they're lacking skill. I don't think that that's the main thing wrong. I think it's a mindset. And that's kind of something that I want to talk about while we play this video. So this is going to be me live reacting to my old gameplay. This was a few days ago. I have a few different builds on NBA2K26 so far, and this one is my 7'4" center. As you can see in the beginning, I averaged something around like 14 points per game, 70% from the field, and I think I was pretty high from the 3-point line. So I'm a decent player. I'm a solid player. I think I'm pretty good, not the best, but you know, as a center, I want to just make good plays for the offense and grab boards. And you know, when I'm open in the corner, and if I'm open on a fast break, even though I'm slow, I kind of expect to get the ball. So let's just analyze what's going on. Right here, I get the rebound. I bring the ball up the court just a little bit so I don't chuck it up. And right there, okay. Let's analyze. Okay, so I've frozen the gameplay. At this moment, I have just passed this man the ball. He is taking maybe one dribble. I want you to pay attention to where all of the defenders are on the court and where his teammates are. I don't know what he was thinking. And so as you can see again, he goes in, he gets blocked. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run it back this time in slow motion, and we are going to show how the defenders moved and the decision that he took. I do apologize for the stuttering. I am genuinely just trying to possibly understand. There are 4 people close to him. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. 4. Guys, there's only 5 people on each team in basketball, which means everybody but yourself on your team is open at this exact moment. And you chose to lay the ball up. Enough of this. Let's get on to the next one. So this is seconds after that last possession, and I feel like it would be, you know, unjustified for me to just make a video completely garbage, you know, completely shaming, completely bashing the randoms for all of their garbage behavior if I didn't highlight some good things. So we're going to see this guy right here, number, what is that? 99. He gets stopped right here, crossover behind the back, very nice move, goes up, green layup. Okay. All right. Nice. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. There you go. Very good stuff by that last guy, but that now brings us to this moment right here. And I'm glad that we highlighted something good, because this sequence that you're about to witness over the next few seconds to minutes is going to be something to behold for sure. So right now, the opposing team has just put up a shot. I will let you know they're about to miss. They're about to miss bad. I'm going to get the rebound, and then I want you to watch very closely and carefully to what happens afterwards. Okay, this is a sequence. So there it is. Actually, my teammate gets the rebound, and he passes to the same guy from before. And in this very moment, I want you, the audience, to guess what this young man is about to do. Is he going to pass it to the corner, to the open man? Or perhaps is he going to pass it to the left wing, to another person who is considerably open? Is he going to stop? Is he going to pause? Let's see. And the correct answer is none of the above. Listen, I'm going to be honest. It happens. But it leads to an open 3 on, ironically, their left wing. And yeah, he greens it. He wastes no time getting straight to it. And so now that brings us into our next possession. He goes in, gets an early time and layup, and it falls. But I'm going to let this play out so that you guys can see the sequence, because I feel like it started with a couple bad decisions, and then it infected the team. So again, we got a bucket this time, but we let them score once again another 3-pointer. Green. Oh my gosh, why? Let's try to understand. I mean, listen, here's what I think. I think you got overly ambitious. By the way, guys, this is the point guard. What does that mean? Oh, that means you are a guard. That means you have ball handle. That means, you're typically the person who runs the ball up the court and sets up the offense. Instead, he decided to make a pass all the way down the court as if we were on a fast break, which, if you didn't realize, we're not. And so, what usually happens with turnovers is it becomes easier to score, man. It becomes easier to score on offense. That guy gets a wide open three. I could have went over to him, jumped at him, but I am extremely slow. So I just banked on him missing and getting the rebound, and that did not work. So now that is 3 threes from the opposing team in a row. Oh, God. This is making my head hurt just watching it back. So, yet again, let's take a look at what happens. Now, I inbound the ball to the shooting guard. Which is typically known as the secondary ball handler. You still have ball handle ability, and right now, he's in a decent situation. He has a man on his left side, but there's no contact being made. He doesn't have to rush. He does not have to rush, but he continues. And so the problem now becomes he's putting himself into a situation where his defender is going to get the best of him. He's already on your hip. You're not getting past him. And it's time to back up. It's time to fake pass to stop your momentum, or it's time to pass to the guy who's right next to you and see if you can maybe slow things down. But instead he goes for a dribble move. And when you dribble and people are right next to you, sometimes turnovers happen. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. So we have yet another turnover. This is consecutive turnovers at this point. This guy wasn't open, passes to the open man, something that we couldn't figure out how to do on the team. Fortunately, he misses, man. And I kid you not, the same exact thing from 2 plays ago. We're forcing passes. We're just forcing it at this point. And so now, as the center, as you can see, I just got the rebound. I'm genuinely thinking, okay, I have to somehow, in a non-selfish way, take this game into my hands so that we can at least get the ball up the court and have a chance at an open shot. Because now with these turnovers, we're not even giving ourselves a chance to get a backdoor cut, see if the defense makes a mistake. We're not getting anything. So I take the ball and I'm dribbling up and I'm just waiting. I'm trying to be smart and I'm waiting to see if something opens up to where I can pass, and there's no way my teammates get a turnover. And so my plan was semi-successful. I passed to a guy who was somewhat open. He gets a reach and foul call, and now we are at a neutral game. I'm out of bounds, and I inbound to, I don't know if I can make it through this video. Lord have mercy. I don't know if I can make it through the video. Just watching it back is almost giving me secondhand frustration of my own gameplay. And what we just witnessed right there was just a forced shot attempt, man. Forced shot attempt. The shot wasn't there. He goes up anyway. And so I'm wondering if it's a lack of skill, if it's just garbageness. Like, is it just garbageness? Are you just garbage? Does it run through your DNA? Kind of like genes, genetics, blood, cells, atoms, protons? Let me stop. What is it? Now right here, hey, I'm gonna be honest, it might have infected me too. Now you got a 7'4" center who is trying to take the ball off the court. Is it the best situation? No, my ball handles like a 25, but I don't know what else to do, because I know that I do have an 80-something pass accuracy in this gameplay that you're seeing right here. And so, I'm just I'm waiting patiently, and I passed to what I thought would be open. Turns out his toe stepped out of bounds, and again, we no longer have a shot on offense. So now it has been 5 possessions. I don't know how many possessions it's been where our offense was just completely grounded. And for somewhat, it seems like they're prospering. They're getting good looks, but he misses. He misses in the corner, so I grab the ball again. I wait, and I pass it to an open man. Like I said, okay, now we got something going. Behind the back move. All right, he kicks it out, and we're waiting. We got some good ball movement. I finally get the ball. I pump fake. My shot's not there. I'm not forcing anything. We cannot get anything going whatsoever. It's clunky. Everybody's running around at the same time. There's no spacing. Nobody's staying still. Me as the center, I'm just trying to think in my mind. I have the highest board on the team, so I need to make sure I'm somewhat close to the goal. Run baseline to baseline so that if my teammates do get up a shot, I can get the offensive rebound. He inbounds to me. I take a shot. Green. 7'4". If I'm open and I time it well, you're not contesting me. So I finally got another point on the board for the team. So now we're at 7. The opposing team is at 9. And at this point, I have hope. I do. I have hope. I'm like, okay, the group that I'm working with, they haven't made the best decisions so far. I haven't really seen too much of their capabilities. I've just seen bad decisions. So I still do have hope in this gameplay right now. As you can see, the opposing team is running around. They're not the greatest team either. They're not comp. They're not extremely good at the game. They're nothing to be scared of, in my opinion. But can we get it together enough to actually win a game? So what we're going to do is we're going to skip forward. We're going to skip forward to some more garbageness. And so that brings us to the beginning of the second quarter. Right here, we have a point guard wide open. And instead of inbounding to the point guard, which probably has the highest ball control on the team, we inbound to the small forward. Not a bad decision in and of itself, but he dribbles into the power forwards matchup and gets peeled. Thankfully, the ball rolled out of bounds, so it's not a turnover. We have another chance. I'll give him a pass on that one. I'll give him a pass. But this, no pass. No pass. You don't get a pass for that one. Now, they have to be buddies. They have to be friends. They have to be homeboys, whatever you call it, because there's no reason to force that pass to that gentleman all the way over there when you have two guards standing right in front of you. That's an unnecessary turnover. Then they inbound it all the way up court to me, which I'm like, sure, I'll take it. Free buckets. I'm greening this. You know what I'm saying? I'm greening this. My goodness, man. So at this point, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm losing hope. I mean, they're getting easy buckets, and our offense is not even stagnant. It's just like bad. It's just bad. So now the point guard was probably thinking he has to take matters into his own hands, passes it to number 14, and he forces up a layup. They get another free three-pointer in transition. Do y'all see what's happening here? Are y'all noticing a pattern? Our constant mistakes are leading to a brainless, easy offense for the opposing team. By the grace of God, that guy gets a dunk right there. And so it cuts it down to an 8-point lead, man. At this point, I really am starting to lose hope in the team, because what I'm seeing, it's making me believe more that they are garbage instead of they're just making bad decisions. You know, what you usually do for making bad decisions usually is you go, okay, wow, I just made a bad decision. Let me not do that again. But there's a pattern. There's a pattern here. There's a pattern. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And so the life of a center when you're playing again, do you see? Listen, I'm reacting to this gameplay live, guys. I know I'm editing and everything like that. I got the ball. I pulled it immediately. 3. I need something. I'm confident enough in my shooting ability that I think that I have a better chance to make that shot than to put the ball in the guard's hands, unfortunately. But there's a pattern. Literally right as I'm talking about patterns, he does the same thing. He has two guards next to him, and he forces the ball to somebody who's not open, and it results in a turnover, man. Lord have mercy. So we finally struggle, and we're able to get a bucket, and now we are like, I'm looking at the game, and I'm looking down, and I'm saying, oh my gosh, we're only in the second quarter, and there's still 2.5 minutes left. They're passing the ball around, and as y'all can see, they're not doing anything spectacular. They're just playing regular basketball. The difference between our team and their team is that they're actually moving the ball until they get a decent shot. Right here, this isn't bad. He passes. We have some decent ball movement going on. The point guard messed it up by running into the paint when both me and the power forward were there, and gets yet another turnover, which, can you guess, leads to another open shot. Now, guys, let's just take a second right here. This is not the first or the second or probably even the third time that our mistake on offense led to an open opportunity for our opposing team, for the opposing team to score. They're just missing their shots. So even though the score is kind of bad right now, it could be way worse. They are literally missing open threes. I want y'all to pay attention to that as we fast forward towards some more garbageness. So, like I said, with that on my mind, you could only imagine, boom, look, he hits a layup. I told y'all I wouldn't just bash them. They did some good things. He timed an open layup. That's good. That is good, man. That's good. But, they're not going to miss shots forever. That's where my mind is at this point. They're not going to miss shots forever, and I'm starting to become worried because, if they start hitting these shots, the game is over. The game is over, and I'm not going to sit here and be a super sweat in everything that I do, but I do like to try to win. I feel like, it's the beginning of the game. The more you win, the more points you get, the more badge points you get and everything. So winning is good. So I back it up, and I'm not going to lie. I cap. I super duper cap, because at this point I'm impatient. I'm frustrated, and it feels like we can't get some consistent offense going. I take a bad shot. It's a contested shot, and that leads to their bucket. Look, man. It's hard being a big man. Because you're not in control of the offense. You just have to let be whatever happens. Whatever happens, you have to let be. And you can crash for the rebound, or you can go back on defense with your slow speed, in my case, and try to block the rim, What happened there? What is going on? And so now I got my first turnover of the game, which leads to an open corner three from that guy, and he splashes it. I don't know if you guys realize, you might have to double tap the left side of the screen and rewind the video. The guy was on target to be right next to me. It was triangle that I was passing it to, but the defender slightly bumped him, and it just made me throw an air ball pass. Point guard forces a layup. Smallest guy on the court versus giants and trees inside of the paint, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It is now 31-18. I'm seeing my teammates leave, and a part of me is like, okay, we have no chance. We have no chance at all. But the other half of me is like, yo, now that my teammates are gone, I can actually call screens. I can set screens. I can demand the ball from the AI. So I'm losing hope, and then at the same time, I'm slowly gaining hope. Now it's me and only two other garbagenesses. What is that? I'm making up words. Garbagenesses. I know that's not a word. I pull up again. I'm not gonna lie, that was a force, man. That was a force. But like I said in the beginning of the video, it's infectious. I'm seeing so much garbage. Now I'm starting to make garbage decisions. So I do understand that I have the height advantage at 7'4". I pull up for the three big bricks. Not gonna lie, big bricks. So now we've jumped to the third quarter with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. This guy gets the rebound, and pay close attention to what happens. This right here, this is just a display of pure selfishness. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see exactly what I mean. Look right at the bottom left now. Boom. It happened very fast. Did you see it? Probably not. Some of you may have caught it. I'm going to show you exactly what happens. Follow me. Stay with me. So he raised his arms up right there. Did you see it? Bottom left of the screen. He raised his arms up. Now, I don't know who's watching this, if you play NBA 2K, if you don't play NBA 2K, but chances are you do. When your character raises their arms up on offense, that means that you are calling for the ball. You have to press X. Mind you guys, we've already had 2 people quit the game, so he is spamming. He's spamming X, or at least we know for a fact that he's pressed it once. But just watch what happens following this occurrence. So right after he passes the ball to me, I pass it to the AI passes it to the AI, then it goes back to him. This might not seem significant to you guys, but what this means is that from the moment he passed the ball to me, which if he spams X, he's not going to get the ball back because I'm a human, I'm not an AI. From the moment he passed it to me, he never stopped pressing X, guys. He never stopped pressing X. So I passed the ball to an open AI in the corner. That AI sees the man closing out on him, so he passes it to another open AI teammate, but this guy's still breaking his X button. I might have to find his PSN and message him and ask him if he needs a new controller, because I'm sure his X button no longer works after that possession. Guys, that right there, it's just a display of selfishness. Man. I'm sorry I got a little animated. That's just who I am, man. And I know somebody watching out here, probably a lot of you guys who are watching out here can relate to this. Now, if I'm also being real, let me be honest, moment of transparency, I've been that guy before. Y'all didn't expect me to be honest on this video. I've been that guy before. I've been selfish. I know what it's like to be selfish. So I definitely know that brother was being selfish. So now you can see, man, we're down by 11, and I'm really hoping at this moment, at this point in time, that the rest of my teammates quit. I'm hoping that it's just me and the AIs, and hopefully we can make something shake. As you can see, I hit him with a nice fake pass. The defender fell for it, and I was able to hit an open three. I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm not a perfect player. I'm not the best player, but I'm trying. I'm really trying to win. But as the title of the video stated, there is power in garbageness when it is outnumbered by yourself. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say every last one of my teammates was garbage. They weren't the best, but I think that mainly they were making bad decisions. But it just feels like a whole lot of garbageness, and your whole team starts to eventually feel garbage when nothing is. It just feels like more bad things are happening due to selfishness or just bad decisions, and the team just starts to feel garbage. Amen. Can somebody agree in the comment section? I mean, y'all know what it's like to play random rec. I'm over here sitting here getting animated, rewatching my own gameplay that I've already played, but it's just like, man. And so as you can see, finally, like, that's a good take. There's nothing wrong with that. You are the furthest person down on the break. You have an open lane that's actually open. Take the dunk by all means. Kudos, congratulations. I'm not gonna hate on you because that is a good play. You know, that's a good play. But you know, they have a 12-point lead, and we're just not able to really crack into that lead. I'm the open on the fast break. As you can see, I understand I have a 90 drive and dunk, and nobody else on their team is even close to my height. So I'm going to dunk over that every single time. Easy dunk. You know, our defense is a little bit better now because we have AIs. AIs typically are not going to leave their matchup. So now we actually are forcing, for the first time in the game, in the third quarter with 40 seconds left, we're forcing our opposing team to actually make offense. That was terrible on my end. Terrible on my end. I got over ambitious on helping, and I ended up leaving my guy wide open for three. I take that on the chin, but our point guard goes inside and forces a layup that's just not there. He misses again, and now we're in transition. Thankfully, they didn't have anything open. I'm there for the three. They're actually struggling to, score on offense. This is good. This is good, but unfortunately, it may be too little, too late, because the people who quit the game, they made sure to just leave a big, hot, steaming pile of bull crap for us to clean up, man. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I have no communication with these guys. Two of them are AIs, and two of them, Jesus, that was a great shot by the AI, but he just bricked it. He just bricked it. And so I'm not gonna lie, guys, that's pretty much it. This was not a super complex video. This is just one of those real relatable videos that, hopefully the most of you guys have been there before, man. It's irritating. It's irritating, going into the random rec, because my career just gets boring, man. Playing the AI, drop stepping, calling screens, doing fadeaways, working on badges. I get it. It's a grind, but it's a boring grind. And so I'd rather get my badges in the rec center. But when stuff like this happens, it makes me understand fully why people do play my career, as boring as it may be. Good pass to the AI. That guy hits the corner shot. Like I said, man, too little, too late. Too little, too late. So not too much is going to change from this game, guys. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty much all I got for y'all. Let me know down below in the comment section how y'all are liking NBA 2K26. Let me know how y'all thought this video was. Give me some constructive criticism, some feedback. You know what I'm saying? I haven't made 2K content in a little while, so we're trying to find ways to be creative. We don't just want to upload the same exact videos that we're seeing all over YouTube. I love to talk. I love to chat if y'all haven't figured that out already. So let me know. Let me know how y'all like this video, man. Drop a like if you like the video. Drop a comment giving me your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you would enjoy entertaining commentary, gameplay, skill gameplay, different stuff like that from a man who does love God, who's not perfect, but does love God, man. And so, yeah, and when I say God, I'm talking about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Just want to be very specific. And yeah, before we end the video, man, listen. If you're a new viewer, welcome. This is your chance right now. Look, man, on this channel, I really try to be creative. I do try to be consistent as well, and I do try to be a little bit different on the videos, and I think that a lot of y'all can appreciate that. But I am a man of God. I am a Christian, and I'm not going to be talking about God or preaching in all my videos. But listen, it's a part of my life. I am not perfect. I am not better than you guys, but it's a part of my life. So if y'all don't want to hear that, this is not the channel for you, man. You might as well click off the video, and if you subscribe, then you might want to unsubscribe, because it's gonna be happening. It's gonna be happening. But yeah, I appreciate y'all if you made it this far in the video, and I will catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace.